So I'm recording. Okay. Yeah. So yesterday tuliongelelea very many things. We installed 2 applications actually. And number one was this XAMPP. We called it a local host software, very special software that eliminates the need of us buying a domain name and also buying a domain a web hosting service. Okay. So to it a XAMPP. We installed it, and we also installed WordPress. Okay, we integrated WordPress with the XAMPP to give us the WordPress dashboard. Okay, so another thing I did not emphasize enough is that anytime you want to start your website, you must always make sure that XAMPP is up and running, and these two, that is Apache and MySQL, are also running. So if it turn green hivo, that means it is running. Okay, so anytime you want to access your WordPress website, make sure Apache is up and running. Okay, now after successfully installing WordPress, what did we do next? We created a page. We created a page here, and we called it the home page. Okay, so in today's in today's class, we are going to take a deeper dive into pages and how they work, and also discuss the different kind of pages we can find on our website. Okay, but before we do that, let us go back to the WordPress dashboard. Okay, so this is the WordPress dashboard, and on your left, you can see that there is something that looks like a menu. So on this menu, we have tools. These tools are the ones that we are going to use to create our WordPress websites. Okay. So one thing actually there are two things, not one. So two things I want you to note very much. Okay. This is where you bring out your books and pens. I want you to note these two. Number one is appearance, aka themes. Okay. And number two, we have plugins. Okay. So let us start with appearance, which is themes. Okay. So before I even explain what I'm talking about, let me open this website. Okay. Now, very nice. So yesterday we talked about web design, and we said that web design is the process of creating the visual structures of a website, right? Tukasema the visual structures are actually made by everything that is seen on a website. Things like text, things like buttons, things like images, things like forms, hizo zote. Collectively, they make the visual structure of that website. Okay. So on your WordPress dashboard, this appearance, a theme, actually defines the appearance that your website is going to take. Okay. So if I chose a theme, I don't know which color is this, but if I chose a theme that has this color, that defines that my website is going to have this color in the background, then it is going to have that color in the background. So the theme actually determines how your website looks like, from the text kama hizi, from the buttons, how the buttons look like. You see how buttons look like, vitu kama hizo. Text, the typography that is being used, and also the colors. Okay, so that is the function of a theme. Define the appearance and the visual structure of our website. Okay. Number two, we have plugins. Now, you see, web design is all about. Not web design. Yesterday we talked about user experience and user interface. Okay. So tukasema things like this are courtesy of user interface, as in we want to create something that when a visitor comes to our website can interact with our website. So plugins are responsible for two things. Number one, creating functionalities on our website. Functionality ni kama, let's say if I wanted to add a WhatsApp button on this website, so that when somebody comes to this website, they can just click on a button and be able to reach me via my WhatsApp inbox. That is a functionality. Number two, they also add points of interaction. Okay, if I wanted to interact with this website, I can come in, type in my name, as in Mtoro Bravin, type in maybe my email address and sign up. So what I have done is interact with our website. You see things like this, the scrolling bar. That is also interaction, a point of interaction. So two things, functionality and points of interaction. That is what plugins are used for. Okay, so most of the time we are going to dwell on appearance, because we're actually designing. And number two, we are also going to add we're going also to add functionalities and points of interactions on our website, so that we can observe the two rules of web design, which is UI and UX. Sindio? Now, let us move on. Let us discuss, let us see how you can install a theme on your WordPress website. So on your dashboard, come under appearance, then click on themes. There it goes. Click on themes. So there are very many themes out there. Okay, depending on the website, the kind of website you want to build. Okay, the kind of website you want to build is what determines how you choose a theme. Okay, so if you wanted to build something for a hospital, then you're going to choose a theme that is hospital related. Okay, so we've come to, okay, let me go a step back. You first click on appearance under themes. Now we want to add a theme. Let us add a theme. Okay, add a theme. As you can see, zitakuja mingi, very many, dozens and dozens of them. So it is up to you to decide what kind of website are you going to build. And you choose a theme depending on the industry, depending on the needs of that client. If your client is a doctor, then you're going to choose something that is hospital related. Unaona kama dental clinic, dental. I don't. Is that how you write dental? Yeah. You see. So there are very different kind of themes that pop up when you search for whatever theme you want. Like, let's say maybe, let us see if we can find a gym. Okay, one for a gym. So let us assume that we are building a website for a gym. You see, you can also find themes that are gym related. There are thousands and thousands of themes out there. Okay, but lakini, for the purpose of learning, I want us all to install this theme in Astra. Okay, why do we install Astra? Astra is very smooth and it can create almost any kind of website out there. Easy to use. Okay, so for the purposes of learning, and I want us to be on the same page, I recommend that everybody in class to install Astra, the theme. Okay, so that when we are talking about something that is only found in Astra, we are on the same page. Mtu mwingine asikuwa install, maybe they install a different kind of a theme, na sisi tuko kwa Astra, so utakuwa unaona different things. So themes pia zinakuja na different kind of functionalities. Siniliambia okay, mna choose according to the industry you are working with, sindio? Now, but for the purpose of learning, we are all going to install Astra. Make sure you get the spellings right. A-S-T-R-A, Astra. Okay, this one. So to install a theme, ni rahisi hivi. You just click on install. Click on install. It takes a few minutes. Alafu itamaliza. Okay. Very nice. So activate. After you've installed, you want to activate. Okay. Activate. And voila, there we go. Our theme is installed and activated. This is how it looks like. Unaona, we have this color. Which color is this? It is almost similar to this because it's the same theme actually. This is Astra. Astra was used here. This is also Astra. Okay, so inakaa hivi, unaona like it has defined the kind of text you're going to see ama you're going to expect on this website, na the structure of things, the color, kila kitu. Okay, so that is how you install a theme. You see, like powered by Astra theme, that shows you that we've just successfully installed a theme. Okay, now the next thing I want us to talk about these plugins. Plugins tumesema they have two functionalities: adding points of interactions, number one, and number two, adding functionalities. Functionalities vitu kama adding WhatsApp buttons and many more on your website. So let us take an example of adding a WhatsApp button. We want to add a WhatsApp button on our page, on our website, so that when clients come, potential clients come, they can actually click on that link and reach us via our inbox, WhatsApp inbox. Okay. Higher. So this is how it is done. Very easy and simple. Now come to plugins. This is how you install a plugin. Come to plugins, add plugins, add plugin. Okay. Come to plugin, add plugin. We are looking for the WhatsApp plugin. Okay. WhatsApp plugin. WhatsApp. Let it load. Now, guys, this is where you write something down. So when you're choosing a plugin, okay, you see all these plugins that have popped up after you typed in WhatsApp, they almost have the same function, but we really need to get the right plugin. So how do we know the right plugin? Somebody may ask. So to know the right plugin, I'm going to choose a good plugin for your websites. There are several things to consider. Number one, I tell my students consider the number of stars. You see, like this is a 5-star plugin. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is a 5-star plugin. As you can see, this one is like a 4.5 star. This is 3.5 star. So number one thing, when choosing a plugin, you look at the number of stars. Like this is a 5-star plugin that says that it has been used, it has been tested, and people have approved it. Number two, you also want to look at the number of active installations. Okay, active installations. Like this is it 600k plus people? That means that 600,000 people have installed it. Web designers, ukiangalia, like this is 4 million, lakini it is 4 million but it is 4-star. So unataka kuangalia yenye na tick almost all the boxes. This is 5-star, quite a good number of people have installed it. And also another thing you want to check is this. Okay, when last was it updated? This was updated like 2 weeks ago, and this was updated like 2 days ago. Lakini one thing that disqualifies it is the number of users. So vitu kama hizo, that is what you check when installing a plugin. So this is a 5-star, 600k people, and it was also last updated just like 2 weeks ago. So that tells us that it's a good plugin. We can actually use it on our website. So to install a plugin, you just click on install. Hivo, click on install. Take it. It is as simple as that. Give it some time. Oh, nice. Yeah, just like a theme, you also need to activate it once you have installed it. Okay, so click on activate. Now, I want you to note something. After we have activated it, it will appear here on our dashboard. Okay, so anytime you install a plugin, be sure that it will appear on your dashboard for easy access. So like ours is already showing on the dashboard. It was not there initially, but after installing and activating it, that is where you get it on the dashboard. So let us see what it has to offer. Let us see what it has to offer us. Now, what we are doing is adding a functionality to our website. Okay, our WhatsApp button. so that when somebody comes to my website, they can find me through WhatsApp almost ASAP. So my number, I'm going to feed in my number, that is 07 90 413 743. Very nice. Okay, so that is the most important thing on this plugin when setting up this plugin, because without that number, they cannot reach me. But also, this plugin gives you the ability to customize the kind of buttons you want, the colors, where you want it to be fixed. Do you want it to the left or to the right? Top or bottom, in the middle, hivyo hivyo. So you can explore it, but the most important thing is our number. Okay. So after I have keyed, yes, uh-huh. Yeah. So imagine you are 100 years away from us. So later on in the program, we have this. We have building e-commerce websites. So when we get to this, that is when we are going to use plugins to set up payment methods on our website. So yeah, you can use plugins to do the same, but you are like how many classes away? Several. Yeah, so you can actually. Tukiangalia e-commerce websites, we shall talk about that. Okay. Mhm. Where was I? So I was talking about this number. Okay. Acha niweke hii chini hivi. Yeah, so guys, if you feel that you're being left behind, make sure unapiga nduru so that we help each other. Haya, so I set up my number. Next I'm saving, si ndio? Save it. Alafu, I want us to go back to our website and see how it looks like. Is the WhatsApp button added? Of course, it has been added. And there it is. So if somebody who came to my website and they wanted to reach me via WhatsApp, they can click there. Alafu, definitely they are going to reach me. They can reach Mtoro on WhatsApp. So that is how you add a functionality or a point of interaction via a plugin. Ni kama tu enye Martin ameuliza, if you're adding a functionality like paying, you're going to use a plugin. Okay. Hi. I'm taking questions. Any other question before tuendelee? Before we move on? Any other question before we move on? As I take some water. Yes, good question. Good question. So we are coming to that in the next few minutes. We are going to look at that, how to populate a website kitu kama hii, or even better. Okay, we are coming to that. Okay. Any other question? Kama iko, ama we continue. Weka emoji kama you're good. We continue. Oh, nice. Japheth says, Kimutai Velma is in. Alex, your thumb is down, Bana. What is up? Kev, nice. Mm-hmm. No, oh, okay. 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 So next, we are going to talk about pages. We've been talking about pages since the class began yesterday. Tukasema a page is actually the simplest building block of a website, in that a collection of them under one domain, they make a website. Sindio? So I want us to look at different kind of website, not websites, but web pages, and that you can find on a typical basic website. Okay. So kuna kuangana different pages, types of pages that you can find on a website. The first one being the homepage. So we can find the homepage. We are going to take a deeper dive, a deeper look into the homepage. We are going to discuss it further. Another thing is the About Us page. Now, from the About Us page, you can almost tell what it does. It tells you, it tells our visitors about us. Assume that we started a company let's say in 2020. So we are going to write down in this page that myself and let's say Alex, we met in 2020. We sat down and decided to start this company. We hired so and so. We were inspired by so and so. This is our mission. This is our vision. That is where you the Coyote, you put it under the About Us page. Okay. Now, on the Contact Us page, if you wanted somebody to reach you, maybe you wanted them to send you an email, maybe you wanted them to send you a text, or maybe you wanted them to know where your location is on a map, then this is where you're going to put all that. So it is all about your contact information. You see, like your number, somebody can contact you via maybe email, whatever, okay? Send you a message, and so many other things that they can reach you through. So another thing we've looked at, another important page is the services page. Now, from the name, you can almost tell what it does. This is where we list all our services, assuming that we are maybe we create we offer services for small businesses. Maybe we could say number one service is branding. We brand your business. Number two service is we create logos for you. We create websites for you. We have a point of sale system that we can give, that we can sell to you, vitu kama hizo services. Okay. Now the blog page. Now this is a very important page, and I don't know why many web designers ignore it. It is a very important page when it comes to search engine optimization. Later on in the program, we shall be looking at SEO, search engine optimization, and how the blog page is important. So on my website, this is my blog page. Actually, I just named it Tips and Tricks, just for the purpose of being fancy. Lakini, basically that is it. Okay, so a blog page, what it does is hold content. It holds written content on a website. Ukifungua utaona tu actually it is written content on that website. No. So you just create content about something. Let us say, and this I was talking about proxies, the most affordable proxies out there. Nini. So when it comes to search engine optimization, you can use keywords like proxy. Okay, you see, like something like proxy. So when somebody comes to the Google search engine console and types in a proxy, and the probability that your website is going to pop because you have used the keyword is high. Okay, so that is how it is important to have a blog page. Okay, yeah, so it is last but not least. It is very important that you have blog pages on your website. Now, tumeona the blog page, we've talked about it, and the services page, we've also talked about that. Contact page, you can almost tell what it is from the name, About Us, alafu finally the home page. So another thing, these are the most important pages you can find on a website, yes, but you are not limited to only these 5. You can have as many as you want, as many as your client wants. Utapata on other websites, they have more. They have like 10 web pages. So unaweza pata something like gallery, something like testimonials, hivyo mingi sana. Okay, so you're not tied down to one to these 5 that we have discussed. Okay, so I want us to take a deeper dive into this because I believe that this is the most important page on our website. Okay, the home page. So the home page is actually the first page that you land on our website. When you visit our website, the first page in your that is the home page. Okay, so like on this website, this is the home page. Okay. On the apple.com, I hope today it behaves. Yesterday it was apple.com. The first page that you see, that is their home page. Tesla.com, we also have Nike. Let us also talk about Nike. Ndio. Haya, the first page yenye unaona, that is the home page. It is still loading. I want to show you something on the home page. Yeah, so the first page that you see, this is the home page on the tesla.com website. Ukikuja kwa Nike, the first page that you see is the home page. Okay, hata kwa my website. So let it load. Nataka load so that we can talk about the next important thing on the home page. Okay, now ukiangalia tu vizuri, you will notice one thing with this. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 websites. You will notice something with the something they have in common. These 3 websites, these 4 websites. Okay. So if you know Tesla, I think everybody knows Tesla. Tesla is a car company. They sell electronic cars. That is Elon Musk and company. And we also have Nike, wale waluku. I think you know what Nike is. Wale wa masimu, iPhone 16. You know what Apple is. So my point is, I want you to note this first section that you see on our website. Unaona? The first section yenye tunaona on every page, on every home page that we are visiting. Okay? This inakaa kibox like section. Okay? Inakaa kibox, hii ndio inaonyesha vizuri. So this kibox like section has a name. Okay? And its name is the hero section. The hero section. This is how it is spelled. Hero section. Hero. Okay. The hero section. Yeah, so the name of it, the hero section. Alafu, the hero section has inakuanga na 3 characteristics. Okay. So ukiangalia these multi-billion dollar companies like Apple, like Tesla, like Nike, and of course like Montage Media, they have one thing in common. So ukiangalia, they have a trend, and this trend is not by mistake. It is very, very intentional. Okay. So before you continue, kwanza, okay, you have to understand that a website is like a billboard in the sense that it advertises and it also gets people to buy something. Okay, so the only difference between a billboard and a website is that a billboard is offline and a website is online. Lakini what they do is advertise and drive sales. Okay, haya. So let us see what is the commonality between these 4 websites. Number 1, utaona there is an image in the background of whatever thing is being sold. Okay, an image. Okay, Apple did not display it vizuri, walijipenda sana, lakini the moment you scroll a bit utaanza kuona images hivyo hivyo. Another thing on the Tesla, unaona there's an image. The first thing you see on the Tesla website is a car. So there is an image of what is being sold. A car is being sold, si ndio? Ama a car is being advertised. Same huku, fashion. Okay, naona mtu ameng'ara with sports gear. People wameng'ara na sports gear hivyo hivyo. So that is what is being sold. No difference from a billboard. Billboard utaona a picture of what is being sold hivyo hivyo. So number 1, a picture of what is being sold. Number 2, we have a brief description of whatever is being sold. Okay, a brief description of what is being sold. Introduction to introducing our broadest design update ever, a more helpful Apple Intelligence and existing new features across all platforms. So they are selling new features on the Apple platforms. Hapa, a brief description of the Model Y, 1.99% APR, whatever. Ukikuja huku pia, Fear Nothing, the 2025 National Team Collection have arrived, collections have arrived. Yeah, a brief description of whatever is being sold. Okay, number three, characteristic number three, this button here. Okay, like explore library, you'll see explore the previews or watch the keynotes. Mtona ingine huku, order now, view inventory, shop. Okay, so that button, it is intentionally put there. After you've seen whatever is being advertised, you have read that this is the thing that is being sold. Number two, and number three, they want you to buy. Can you shop now? Can you order now? Can you explore? Ama watch the keynotes. Hivyo hivyo. Can you explore library? So that button has a name, and the name of it is call to action button. Okay, it is a CTA. Okay, so that is the major. Those are the three major characteristics of a homepage, not a homepage, but a hero section, mainly found on the homepage. The first section that you see on a homepage. Okay, an image of what is being sold. Hapa hivi, okay, they are not selling freelance, but what they are selling you is that you can actually become like this person using their computer. Vitu kama hizo. Okay, yeah, so kuna vitu kama hizo tatu. Unless kuna question before I continue. Unless there is a question. Is there a question before I continue? Any question before we move on? No question. Okay. So keep that in mind. The three things: a button, call to action button, a brief description, and an image of whatever is being sold, the image or video of whatever is being sold, so that when a client lands up, they automatically know that yeah, this website is all about this, and where can I buy? Now that I have seen this is what they are selling, how can I buy? So you want to make it easy for them, you create a call to action button. Okay, so I want us, somebody asked, how do we populate these pages? Kuna mtu aliuliza anaona tu this our page that we've created is empty. It is as empty can be. So how do we populate it? That is the question. Now, we have seen how to install plugins. Okay, so in WordPress kuna kuangana this very special plugin inaitwa Elementor. It is special in the manner that it is not going to okay, tulisema the function of a plugin is what? Adding functionalities kama hizi za WhatsApp, and number two, points of interaction. So the plugin that I'm talking about inaitwa Elementor, and what it does is it gives you the ability to populate a website. Not like this picture that was added here, text yenye ilikuwa added here, button hivyo hivyo was added through this plugin that I'm talking about inaitwa Elementor. So how to install a plugin, we have looked at it. So just come to plugins on your dashboard, kuja kwa plugins, add new plugin, then type in what you want to look for, Elementor. Make sure you're getting the spellings right. Kwa sababu if you get it wrong, you're going to get something else. Okay, so Elementor, Elementor. Okay, this is it in a pinkish in style. So mine is already installed and activated. Okay, so there's no need to activate it again. So haya, let us move. Now tumesema Elementor is a page builder. Unaona from the description, it is a page builder, as in it gives you the ability to build pages. Okay, like this is the home page. It was built using Elementor. Okay, haya, move on. Let us move on. Actually close this one. I think tumemalizana nayo. So Elementor. tumesema it is a page builder, so that is why I'm going to the pages option. Ni option ama ni whatever, but I'm going to the pages link, alafu I'm clicking on it to view all the pages that are available on my website. Okay, so I had already created a page. I hope everybody knows how to create a page. We did that yesterday. You just click there, up there, add a page. You could type in any name of, okay, let me just show you again. Maybe somebody missed the class. So to add a page, this is what you do. Come to pages, add a page. Add page. Let us add maybe contact us. Uppercase. Contact. Contact us page, alafu I'm publishing. So that is how simple you add a page. Tulisema publishing means save in WordPress. Publishing means save in WordPress. So let it save that page. Very nice. So it has been saved. Nikirudi back one step, you will see that the contact us page has been added to my list of pages. Okay, nikirudi hapa juu pia we should see that it has been added. You see, we have a new page there. Lakini sasa I want us to create the hero section on our website. To create something like this on our hero, on our homepage, I want us to create a hero section. So what am I going to do? I'm going to my dashboard. Nikishafika kwa my dashboard, I'm going to pages. Okay, all pages, to view all the pages that I have. Nikishafika hapo, I want to edit using Elementor. I want to edit my homepage so that I can populate it kama hii. Okay, so I'm clicking on edit with Elementor. No, there is a link pale chini imeandikwa edit with Elementor. That is where I'm clicking edit with Elementor, and yeah, this is how Elementor looks like when it is opening. So give it some moments, alafu itafungua. Okay, give it some time to load, and voila, there we go. Okay, so previously tumekuwa tukiongelelea about web pages, alafu tukasema web design is all about the structure of a website, creating the structures of a website, as in from text, buttons, images, all those. Now, one thing I did not tell you is that something like this image in the background is actually an element. Something like this text is an element. That button is an element. Images are elements. Okay, so when you come to Elementor, the first thing you'll see are elements. Okay, so this is how Elementor looks like. So I think whoever named it is because they knew that a website is made of elements. So what they decided to do is name it Elementor. Okay, so basically elements ni hizi, okay, found on your left. Yeah, this is left. So found on your left, alafu zinakaa vitu kama hizi. As you can see, there is text, what we've been talking about, images, videos. You can also add video elements, text elements, button elements. A map is also an element. Hizo vitu zote that you see on a website are called elements. Okay, so to find elements unazipata hapa on your left panel in Elementor. So briefly tunaenda kuangalia how to add them, lakini kwanza let us explore around. Publish tulisema that is the save button. Okay, now after you've made your changes on your website, you can preview the changes that you've made on your website by clicking on that preview button, that I button. Okay, now another thing, you nita introduce baadaye, but I also want you to note these screen sizes. Okay, these screen sizes. Okay, but I will tell you more about that later on in the class. So now I want us to create a hero section. We've been talking about a hero section found on the homepage, blah blah blah. So let us create one. Let us assume that we are going to create a website, for a simple website for, let's say, a bakery. Sindio? Let's say a bakery. Yeah, so first thing I'm going to do, okay, another thing I need to tell you is that Elementor gives you the option of dragging and dropping. Okay, dragging and dropping. So it is that easy. Hakuna mambo ya coding. If you wanted to add an element, you just drag it and drop it. So sawa hivyo. Now another thing ni hapa. This is very important. After me click on this plus button, you see that plus button inasema add new container. If you know what a container is something that holds another thing. Okay, so in Elementor kuna kuangana these two, flex boxes na grid. Okay, so grid is a container, lakini it is responsible of holding elements that are in tabular form. By tabular form, I mean that they have rows and they have columns. Okay, so ni almost equal size, ni kama squares hivyo. So ina create something that is tabular. Alafu it is rigid, not easily resizable. So it is actually a square. Okay, resize a square, losing its shape becomes very easy. Now the flexbox. The flexbox is also another container that you can use for easily resizing images. You see, like images like this ones. How is it? An image like this one was easily resized to this size. So it was put within a flexbox, alafu it was resized to this wonderful size. Okay. Haya. Now going back. So I want us to create an image kama hii, something like this, because you're creating the hero section to add. So we need to add a flexbox. Kitu kama hiyo, you've added a flexbox. Now anytime you want to add an element, there is that plus button hapa juu. Unaona imekwambia add element. So that is where you click to add an element. Alafu you're dragging and dropping that element. So you want to add an image element, you drag from the list of elements, alafu you drop. Hivyo, alafu unakuja. So it is an image, so we have to choose an image from our library. Okay. So like for mine, I had already downloaded some images here. Okay. But let me plug you with the places you can go get images, websites you can go get images. Places like Unsplash. Unsplash is one of the best places you can go get resources, free images for your website. That is number one. Number two website you can go get your images and videos. You need to Pexels. Okay, Pexels. This is it. Let it open. Need Pexels. Okay, that is the name. So kuna Unsplash, Pexels, and many others. Go research on them. So what they give you is free images that you can use on your website hivyo. Lakini when you get a client, make sure you are not getting this, ama you're not using these images, kwa sababu that is very unprofessional unless they have given you a go ahead to download and use these images on their websites. Okay. Otherwise, it is very unprofessional for you to download images from such resources. Alafu, you're going to use them on a client's project. Make sure that you're getting their images from their business. Kama ni a business owner, kama ni a dentist, maybe you want to visit their clinic, take some photos, alafu use them on their website. Okay. Unless they give you a go ahead to use these images. Okay. Now I was talking about creating a hero section. So mine was already downloaded. I downloaded from one of these websites. So my image, this is how it looks like. Ndo hivi. I added it. So the next thing I want to do is edit it kidogo. I'm going to put to give it a full resolution, image resolution. Hivo. The next thing I want to do is select it. Alafu nikuje kwa no, select the container, the flex box. Alafu niweke full width. Hivo. Kitu kama hiyo. Then tulisema publish is like save. Okay? Publish is like save. So I'm saving my work. Make sure every time you make a change, you are publishing. Okay, so to view the changes you've made on your website, you click on that I button. That I button. It opens a new tab on the left, on the right. Sorry. So now we have added an image, and okay, we are creating a website for. Let's assume it's a bakery. Kitu kama hiyo, si ndio? So we have cake in the background, so that when somebody comes, they can see that whatever is being advertised is sweet things, maybe cakes and things kama hizo. Okay. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to maybe resize this. Ndio ikae venye mimi nataka. Maybe let us adjust its height. Unaona how to adjust its height. So another thing I need to tell you ni when you select an element kama hii, kuna kuangana these three options that pop up. Number one is content, as in content is the element that you've added. As you can see, that image is there. So on content, you can make changes kama full, as in image resolution, caption. You can add caption if you want. If you want to create a link, if somebody wanted to, if you wanted to create a link with this website, ndo mtu akikuja clicking there, they are redirected. That is where you put in a link. Now styling is all about resizing, vitu kama height and width and things like this, things like this cover, okay, something like that. Center, top right, or bottom left, or center. Let us just use center for now, so that we have our image being shown center hivyo, because we want that cake shown, si ndio? Alafu height tuweke kitu kama hiyo. Now hivyo, okay. So what we've done is add an image element, ndio hiyo, to resize into a good shape that fits in our hero section. So next thing, I want us to add maybe some text to this website. So let's assume that okay, we need to give our name, our business a name. Tuseme anything. Sugar. Let's say Sugarland. Sindio. So I want to add text. What am I going to do? I'm going to click on add element because text is an element. Alafu I'm dragging and dropping. Okay. So when you're dropping, you want to make sure that you're dropping within that plus. Okay, within this dotted structure. Here. So after you've dropped, it's itakuletea an option ya kutype in. So let me type in the name of my business, tuseme Sugarland, kitu kama hiyo. Sugarland. Okay. Yeah, so I can go style it. Style is all about positioning. Style is all about coloring. I can change the color to black for better view. Maybe I can change also change the font to something else, like let us use Poppins. I like Poppins myself. It is one of my favorite fonts out there. So we need to Poppins, kitu kama hiyo. Yeah, you see the font has changed. Let us put it to 700. Yeah, so kitu kama hiyo. Now, this is where you bring out your books. Kwa sababu ukimiss this one, it is going to be hard for you to move this text maybe within if you wanted to move it within your image, then if you miss this step, you're going to struggle. Okay, so I told you when you select on an element, these three come out. Okay, so on an image utapata ni content, but on other elements utapata ni okay, there's also content, lakini saa zingine inakuja ni kama layout. Okay, so unaona, what we want to do is move this text up here. Okay, so after you've selected it, unaona ukiselect, this is a heading, hapa select it. Where is it? Yeah, unaona ukiselect an element unajulia hapa itakwambia edit heading. Ukiselect an image itakwambia edit image. Okay, so I have selected this text. That is why it is telling me edit heading. So I want to move this text ikuje hapa juu. How do I do that? Nakuja kwa advanced, this option. Alafu I'm scrolling down to position. Naona position penye iko. So I want to set it to absolute. Okay, so that I can be able to drag and drop it mahali popote pale on my website. Okay, so let us assume I wanted it there, kitu kama hiyo. I can publish and let us view the changes we have made, the damages we have made on this website. Yeah, so you can see to me add a text pale. So somebody was asking, how do you populate? This is how you do it. Now I tell my students that you have to master Elementor, because it is in Elementor that actual web design happens. This is where the design happens. Okay, so you have to learn how to use Elementor. Vitu kama hizo absolute come in very handy. So the next thing, so to add an image, we need to add maybe a button, not a button, but actually to add a brief description of whatever is being sold before we can add our buttons. Ndio. Now, to add a brief description of whatever is being sold ni cakes, ndio. I can easily duplicate this. No. Instead of going and dropping again, you can just come here, right click, then duplicate, then I'm dragging it down mahali kama hapo, then I'm going back here and editing this into let's say enjoy what? Tasty. Is that how you write tasty? I hope so. And fresh, tasty and fresh cakes. Aha. So mtu akikuja on this website, they can easily tell that whatever is being sold are cakes, si ndio? So acha tuone, but the visibility of it is not good. So when you're choosing images, it is very important that you choose something that will not give you a hard time when blending it with text and images. Every text should be visible on your website. Okay, should be well visible on your website. So like in this case, I chose a wrong image to use because babu this part of the text, I can struggle to see this part of the text. Okay, so that is all about design. So enjoy. Okay, we want this to be small. Come to style, typography. Let's just make it smaller than the other one. Sababu this is just a brief description of what we are selling. Sindio, publish. Haya, next thing we are going to add a button. Similarly, mtindo ni ule ule tu, haina ujanja ingine. So we drag, drop, release, then come edit our button. Let us put it to the center. Maybe we want to center it. That is how we do it under style. We want to change the background color so that it blends with our website. So now tuko na black and white. So black and white will also be good on our button. So the button is a call to action button. Of course, it is a call to action button. So we're going to edit that and maybe call it something like order now. Order now is a call to action. Fresh, sindio? Yeah, so it is nice. Now you can publish. Now every time you want to move an element from one position to another, what do? You select it, go to advanced, make it absolute, make the position, set the position to absolute, hivyo hivyo, and imeleta mchezo absolute. No. Okay. So zingine inaleta kujua, so you have to do it, redo it and do it again. Yeah, I think imekuwa poa sasa bado. Default, fixed, absolute. Yeah, there it is. So you can drag it wherever you want it to be on your website. So kitu kama hiyo, there we go. So this is just a sample of what a hero section may look like, considering the three things we've been talking about. Okay. My lord. Move it downward kidogo. So also make note of that. Whatever you're seeing on your editor is not what is being shown on your actual website. Okay. So you need to be very accurate. That is why you need to keep on, after you've made a change, you need to go back here by clicking the preview button, go back to the actual website and see the things that you've been doing. Okay. So considering the three characteristics, we have an image, we have a button there that is a call to action, and a brief description of what is being sold. Mtu akikuja on this website, they can actually tell without struggling that this business is actually selling cakes. Okay. Yeah. So we've done that. So we've done the hero section, we have done the buttons, we have done. Oh yeah, I was to tell you another thing that is very important on Elementor. Now, when building when building websites, we have to consider these other screen sizes. Okay, because like 90% of the population in the world own smartphones today. So what does that mean? That means that somebody may own a smartphone but not own a laptop or a desktop computer. So that tells you that many people who access the internet actually access the internet via mobile phones. So it is very important that when you're creating websites, you customize them for the mobile portrait and the tablet portrait too. Okay, as much as you're doing it for the desktop, you also want it to be responsive. We call it responsiveness for these other small screens. Okay, so far we've been making changes on the desktop. This is the desktop, as in on a laptop. This is how our website would look like. Okay, so let us see how our website would look like on a tablet. Okay, so on a tablet screen size, that is how it will look like. Not so good, lakini for purposes of demonstration, we have the idea, si ndio? So you can take your time, design it vizuri. So I told you this is where design actually happens. It happens in Elementor. Okay. Now the beauty of it is that you can just drag and drop. So on our tablet screen, this is what we have. Okay. Now on our mobile phone, does it look the same? Or we have something else? Yeah, you see. You can also position it accordingly. You can also go back and position it accordingly so that it also looks good on mobile. Okay. So mobile users can come in and also have the same experience to those ones using the desktop experience or the tablet screen size. Okay, responsiveness, very important. Hii ukisahau, forget about web design. Okay, forget about web design. You see, there you go. There we go. Okay, any questions? Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Kev is saying Pinterest. What about Pinterest, Kev? I see there's a question. Muhonja says, the changes you make on phone and tablet doesn't affect desktop view. That is very right. Muhonja, that is a good question. And it is also right as a statement. You see, when I make a change here on tablet, not on tablet but phone, it is not going to affect the things I'm doing on tablet, and it is also not going to affect the thing that is being shown on desktop. Lakini inakuanga hivi, from desktop, if I make a change on desktop, it affects tablet and it will also affect mobile. Okay, so kitu yenye unafanya, you start editing. Okay, you put in the images, the nini, the elements zote zote. Ukishamaliza, this is what you're doing. Go start from the mobile portrait, start editing, ikae poa on phone, ikae vizuri on tablet, because the changes you make here shall not affect tablet. The changes you make on tablet shall not affect desktop. Okay, badala uanzie huku ukienda chini. Start from here going up. Okay. Yes, Yusuf, I can see your hand is up. Oh, on mobile, Ama. Okay, this is how it appears. You see, what we've been making change on is the home page. You see, the contact us page is still empty. Kwa sababu we've not done anything on the contact us page. We have not done anything on the about page. You see, it is empty. It is actually empty. So if you opened the home page yenye tumefanya two changes saa hizi, this is how it looks like. So you can go ahead and populate it step by step to equal something like this by simply adding elements venye nimeonyesha tu using Elementor. You add an element, you edit it hivyo hivyo. If you wanted to add another one, come there hivyo, image maybe, add it, publish, go back, ijasave bado, let us see hivyo hivyo. So it is a slow process. It is a slow process that eventually unajenga ukienda polepole tu mpaka you come up with something like this. Okay, but there's an easier way of building websites which I will show you later on. Lakini for now I want you to master using Elementor populating web pages, because it is, as I said, this is where web design happens, in Elementor. Okay, what we've been doing is web design, creating the visual structures. So make sure you are mastering Elementor. Make sure you master Elementor. Yes, Tatu Motors, I can see your hand. Yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's say this homepage. Hello? Okay. So, now this is very important. I tell my students kuna kuanga na two sides of web design. I'm a freelance. There is the skill bit of it, like what we've been doing. This is the skill bit of it, creating websites anybody can create after I learn the skill. Alafu, phase two is the business side of things. Okay, so after you've gotten a client, what next? When you web design and deal. So your question, to answer you better, the freelance, okay, the business side of things, what you do after umepata a client, let's say it's a bakery. Okay, so kuna kwanga na form inaitwa the discovery. Okay, iko kwa discovery but inaitwa brand audit. Okay, so in that brand audit form, what you do, You give it to your client. Ni short questions tu unamuuliza, can you tell me about your business, kitu kama hiyo. Maybe it was started in this year, it was started in that year, it was established hivi. We have branches here and here. So information kama hizo, a client, ukipata a client, a real life client, they fill it in. They give you all the information. So you cannot go and start imagining things zenye utaweka kwa website. Okay. Yeah, you get the information from your clients through the brand audit document. The brand audit document. Okay. So watakwambia about the business, kila kitu about the business, and the maybe kama ni contact us, their location, where are they located? Can they be found on a map? Do they have an email address? Do they have a phone number that when somebody calls, they can be reached? All that is under the brand audit document. Okay. I hope I have answered. No, okay. How do you add image to be in background, like the page freelancer? Oh, yeah. Okay, good question. That is in Elementor. So this is how you do it. If you wanted to add a background image, let us add a flex. To add a flex box. Let us add a flex box. No, actually. You see what we did here is one method you can do it. Another one ni hivi. Acha to add flexbox here hivi so that we can see the difference. So nikuje like hapa ni add some text hivyo, si ndio? Lakini I want a background image on this text ikuwe nyuma yake. Okay, so what you do is select this container, alafu unakuja kwa advanced. Kwa advanced kuna kuangana background. Should be background overlay, not background. Background overlay. Now where is it? Background overlay. Not on style, but it is background overlay. Okay. So unakuja hapo, you're choosing background type. Classic ni image. Hii ingine is all about color, gradient, lakini that is more of graphics design than it is web design. So you're choosing classic, alafu you choose the image enye nataka kuadd. For example, let us add that hivyo. Select. Maybe it's not showing. It should be showing. Okay, select. Ama tuweke tu yetu basi yenye mezoea. So ni kadogo, you cannot see it kila mahali. So acha tuone kama if I change the position center, unaona this is an image huko nyuma, lakini sasa you have to choose the right image yenye itatoshea kwa the flexbox umechagua, but basically that is how you do it. Okay. Sijui nitachagua gani ndio ionekane huko nyuma. Hello? Oh yeah, you can still use one container instead of two. You can still choose one. Hata hapa hivi tungetumia an overlay instead of dragging and dropping. Pia it is another way, it is an alternative of doing the same. Okay. It is just an alternative. How do you add image? Hiyo tumesema. Freelance. Okay, hiyo tumesema tumenini. Hapa. Okay, any other question? Let me stop this. Class imeisha.